I suppose that I've watched the movie The 39 Steps by Alfred Hitchcock maybe 3 or 4 times. And I recently saw that the book it's based on is regarded by some people as a kind of a classic. So I decided to read it. You know what? It's actually pretty good. But let me start off by mentioning the two biggest differences that jumped out at me between the movie and the book. First off, there's no Mr. Memory in the book. And you'll recall, he was a big deal in the movie, but he just doesn't exist in the book. And second, there's no girl in the book at all. And that was a big part of the movie. She was handcuffed to Richard Hannay. Now, Alfred Hitchcock made a bunch of other changes to the plot, but it'd be kind of tedious to mention them all, and he was just doing something different. So let's take a closer look at the plot of the book. First off, it's set just before the start of World War I. Now, Richard Hannay, the main guy, is a retired mining engineer who's returned to London from Africa, I think Rhodesia. And in London, he manages to get himself totally bored. I guess no flat screen TVs is going to do that to you. Now, Hannay shelters an amateur American spy named Franklin Scudder, who tells him about a German spy ring called the Black Stone that's plotting to assassinate the Greek Prime Minister in London and also to steal vital British naval secrets. They want to start a war. Now, Scudder gets murdered in Hannay's flat, and knowing that he's the prime suspect, Hannay takes off for rural Scotland with Scudder's coded notebook. He's got both the police and the German spies on his tail. For weeks, he evades capture, he uses disguises, he gets a lot of help from strangers. He deciphers Scudder's code book and finds clues as to what the 39 steps are. He learns that the assassination of the Greek Prime Minister had already taken place outside of London, but that the threat to the British naval secrets remained. Back in London, Hannay alerts the right guys, and he tracks the spies to a clifftop villa in Kent, wherever that is. And it turns out the 39 steps are actually a staircase to the sea where the agents with these naval plans plan to escape by yacht and get back to Germany. Hannay helps capture them, and he saves Britain's secrets. Now, is this book dated? Sure. It was written in 1915, but I'll tell you what, I think it still works as a thriller. In fact, it kind of reminded me of a Jack Reacher story, but Richard Hannay is no kind of Jack Reacher tough guy. He's just a really competent, resourceful guy. In the end, I thought it was well worth my time to check the book out. It actually only takes a few hours to read. Now, maybe you'd find it worth your while to take a look at this book. Anyway, that was my take on it, and I'll see you next week.